In this video, we're going to take a look at the 2009 Higher Level Materials Technology Wood Section A. So in question 1, you're asked to name the woodworking tool shown, and it's called a claw hammer. And the second part of the question is to state the function of part A in the tool. So part A is for pulling out nails. This part here is for hammering in the nails. In question 2, the diagram shows a common defect in timber. The name of the defect is called a cup shake because it's in the shape of a cup. The common cause of that defect would be it's caused by felling when the tree falls to the ground, sometimes by strong winds as well. In question 3, the edge of the piece of timber is finished by what's called a chamfer. This particular one is a stop chamfer. This little area here, it's stopped there. So if it continued on down the edge of the wood, it would be an ordinary chamfer without being stopped. Question 4 shows a diagram of a plug. You're asked to name terminal S, which is the earth terminal, and T is the neutral. This is the live, I've just labelled them in extra. This is the live here on the right and the fuse there on the right just beside it. What is the function of the fuse or the plug? So the fuse is a safety device that breaks the circuit and avoids the appliance getting damaged, so whether it's connected to the drill or whatever. Now in question 5, the diagram shows the leaves and fruit of common trees. The first one is oak, the second one is horse chestnut, the conker, and the third one is beech. The tool shown in question 6 is called a gouge chisel. You just have to tick the box there. And what is the use of this tool? So it could be used for wood carving or wood turning. 2 different types of plastics, thermosetting and thermoplastics. Which category of plastics can be moulded and remoulded? That's thermoplastics. 2 types of finishes that could be applied to the bench in question 8. So it could be varnished or there could be paint applied to the bench. One reason why you would apply one of these finishes. So both of them, they protect the bench from the weather, and it also, the second one would be that it improve the appearance of the bench. In question 9, you see a diagram of a tenon saw and a highlight. This area is highlighted, and that's called the saw set. So the teeth are bent alternatively to the right and to the left. Why is this feature necessary? It provides clearance for the blade, prevents the blade from getting stuck in the wood. What type of pressure does the vise apply to the wood? Compression. It's a squeezing force. There are 2 types of metals, 2 categories of metals. Metals that rust and metals that don't rust. So ferrous metals are metals that will rust. Non-ferrous metals are metals that will not rust. Brass doesn't rust. Copper doesn't rust. Steel does rust. Zinc doesn't rust. And cast iron does rust. In question 12, 3 safety features that would be found in the workshop. So you would have machine guards on the drills, you would have safety signs, you would have to wear safety goggles, there's emergency switches and buttons on different machines, there's dust extraction to get rid of the majority of dust. Question 13, the diagram shows an unfinished sketch of a piece of wood. Apply grain and shading to the sketch so that it resembles a piece of wood. So the end grain would be in arcs, and then the grain then goes off from where the end grain touches the corner. The main grain goes off. There's the face side and the face edge. The pieces of safety equipment associated with wood turning, pieces of equipment. The face guard is the first one. The face plate is the second one. One safety precaution that could be observed when using the wood turning lathe. I give 2 examples here. One would be to roll up if you have long sleeves, roll them up, and the second one would be to tie up long hair. State 2 advantages of CNC machines. So this is an example of a CNC machine. One advantage is that they produce identical pieces, and the second is that they produce pieces very quickly. In question 16, you can see a diagram of a common hinge. The name of the hinge is a butt hinge. Where would this hinge be used? It would normally be used on doors or box lids. They can be got in different sizes Doors would have large hinges, box lids which have smaller butt hinges. Question 17. Complete the sketch of the dovetail halving joint. I did it in pen. There was an area here missing in this corner and an area up here missing as well. Question 18. Make a 3D sketch of a bench hook on the given axis. So the axis was down here at the bottom, so I completed the bench hook. This part of the bench hook would be the part that would be put into the vise and gripped in the vise. And this is the part where you'd be putting your wood and doing your sawing up at that end. Question 19. Identify one design defect that the unit has. So the shelves are not supported in the middle. That's why they're bending down in the centre. How would you fix it? So you could reduce the length of the shelves, so make the unit narrower, or you could put two legs at the centre to prop up the shelves, like there's a sketch that I put in there for that. Question 20. Complete the cutting list of the shelf shown. So the base, this measurement is missing. The base is 300 long, there's the 300 there, and it's 100 wide and 50. The sides are 150 long and 100 wide across. The back rail is 300 by 30. There's the 30 up there. And the front rail is 180 by 30. There's the 180 there. That completes all the questions for 2009.